India have struck back at the Sydney cricket ground. Zaheer Khan getting 2 early wickets. Australia have lost David Warner and Shaun Marsh with just 8 runs on the board. Zaheer Khan getting both the wickets, Warner edging one to Sachin Tendulkar at slips. Shaun Marsh then walked in only to be sent back for a duck, edging another one from Zaheer Khan, this time to the slips again with Lakshman taking the catch. India managing some fight back of sorts with the ball. Earlier today, India had yet another disastrous start. Gautam Gambhir continuing to flirt with the ball outside off stump, offering another catch to Clark at the slips. Second to go was Rahul Dravid, giving a bat catch to Cowan off Siddle. Sehwag then got one to edge to Haddon. Pattinson getting his second wicket there. Lakshman's dream run in SCG failed as well. Sachin and Kohli added some quick runs before Kohli got one to edge to the slips. But Sachin Tendulkar kept fighting before falling to Australia's best bowler of the day. MS Dhoni and R. Ashwin got some respectability to the Indian innings, putting together a partnership of 54 runs before Ashwin fell to Hilton Haas. The very next ball, Zaheer Khan fell, and in quick time Australia polished off the tail for 191. For more on that, we're being joined by our sports editor Gaurav Kalra on the phone line. Gaurav, initially before actually India could go to Australia, there were questions about the bowling side because the bowling side had a few injuries. But here it seems that the batting side has come crumbling and bowling is really the one to save the grace.
You're absolutely right, Priyali. In fact, this batting unit is now really starting to perform at an embarrassingly consistent rate, which is that they are consistently failing. They've now not crossed 311 consecutive test innings overseas, and that is an abysmal record for the numbers that they carry. Once again, this was an opportunity to get the runs on the board. They'd won the toss and they'd elected to bat first, which was the right decision to make. But clearly there is something extremely rotten at the core of this batting, and the Indian management will have to pay heed to it. Australia are bowling quite well right now. There's an energy and a verve to the attack, and you can't negate the contribution they are making to the proceedings. However, some of the shot making was once again extremely disappointing. You saw there in those pictures Gautam Gambhir dismissed for the third straight time, caught behind the wicket. VVS Lakshman, who's now had a miserable run in overseas test cricket for a sustained period of time. You even saw the hesitancy with which Rahul Dravid has played, and Virat Kohli, who continues to flounder at test level. So if 4 or 5 of your top 6 batsmen are not showing any sort of form, it is impossible to expect even the likes of Tendulkar, who are batting well but are seemingly are quickly running out of partners to do much. So really India find themselves in a situation of their own making, and it doesn't look like this batting is filling any Indian supporter with too much confidence.
Right, Gaurav, but talking a little bit about the bowling, Umesh Yadav and Zaheer Khan have performed well at MCG, but Ishant Sharma will be looking to prove a point here?
Well, the bowlers are now up against it. Let's be honest, Priyali. Even though India have picked up a couple of early wickets, one partnership, the Australians get a lead of 100, 150, and they will fancy themselves again because India have been exposed as a fragile batting unit. So I think that the more credit you give to the bowlers, the amount of credit you give to the bowlers is just not enough. They've stood down manfully, not just here, but even in England, where there were several occasions where the bowlers gave India a chance to compete in the test match, only for the batsmen to let them down. So I think that the problem in the Indian Indian test team at the moment is very easy to identify, but whether it's easy to handle or not is the other issue, because there are several big name players there, guys with enormous records and achievements in international cricket, and for them to be left out or dropped from the team is going to take a very difficult decision. Whether someone has the courage to make those decisions is going to be the million-dollar question.
That's right, Gaurav. That's going to be the million-dollar question, whether India can make a comeback. Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed for that. Gaurav Kalra, thanks for joining us.